Welcome to this explainer. Let's just jump right in today. Because if you've looked at the portable computing market recently, you already know it's completely overwhelming. It is so crowded out there. But don't worry, we're going to cut through all that noise right now and help you find the exact device that perfectly matches your lifestyle.
So, with literally hundreds of options out there, which one actually fits your life? Between massive gaming rigs, flip-around convertibles, and standard laptops, finding your digital companion can feel like a totally daunting task. Because it's not just about picking a screen size anymore. It's about matching the hardware to the very specific way you live, work, and play.
To make sense of all this, we're going to act as your personal matchmaker today. We've grouped these devices into 4 distinct lifestyles. Number 1, the pragmatists. 2, the commuters. 3, the shapeshifters. And 4, the heavyweight champions. All right, group number 1, the pragmatists. This is all about basic functionality for people who just need a reliable machine without breaking the bank. It's actually really fascinating to look at how budget computing has evolved. Back in the late 2000s, netbooks were everywhere. They were these ultra-affordable, ultra-portable devices, usually with screens under 11 inches. Processing power was intentionally minimal to keep costs down, but they played a huge role in making computing accessible. Well, eventually, Intel pushed the market towards thinner, faster ultrabooks, and that classic netbook category kind of faded away, but they totally paved the path for the tablets and Chromebooks that completely dominate the affordable niche today. And that brings us right to the Chromebook. So instead of running a full, heavy desktop operating system, this laptop runs Google's Chrome OS. It's a lightweight system built mostly around web browsing and cloud-based apps. Because the software demands so little from the hardware, Chromebooks can be sold at much lower prices while still feeling wonderfully responsive. I mean, there's a reason schools adopted them so widely. Their simplicity makes them incredibly easy to manage across massive groups of students. Onboard storage is usually minimal, but if your files live mostly online anyway, a Chromebook offers incredible value. Now, on the other side of the pragmatist coin, we have your traditional budget laptops. This type exists for people who need basic functionality without a big financial commitment. Yes, you're trading premium metal for plastic build materials, and sure, the processors are modest and storage is limited. But honestly, despite those lower specs, these machines handle everyday tasks like word processing, web browsing, and hopping on video calls perfectly fine. They are a fantastic choice for students, casual users, or really anyone who just wants a reliable backup device. Okay, moving on to group 2, the commuters. Power on the go. If you're carrying a bag all day and absolutely refuse to be weighed down, you belong right here. Let's talk about the ultrabook. Intel actually popularized this term in the early 2010s to describe laptops that combine thin metal bodies with long battery life and incredibly fast solid-state storage. What sets an ultrabook apart is the balance it strikes. You get enough performance for your daily work, but in a chassis light enough to carry all day without even noticing the weight in your bag. Actually, even though a lot of major brands don't use the exact ultrabook name anymore, almost all modern thin and light laptops fall directly into this category. And we definitely can't talk commuters without mentioning MacBooks. Apple takes a totally different approach here. They run on their own Mac OS and use their own custom-designed chips rather than standard processors. That tight, exclusive control over both the hardware and the software allows for incredibly smooth performance and amazing battery life. Add in their distinct, minimalist design language, and the lineup naturally splits perfectly. The lighter MacBook Air caters to everyday users, while the more powerful MacBook Pro is an absolute favorite for creative professionals. Next up, Group 3, the shapeshifters. Flexible designs for folks who, well, just can't decide between a traditional keyboard and a touchscreen. This is where things get really fun, because there are basically 2 main ways manufacturers bend the line between laptop and tablet. First, you have the 2-in-1 convertible. This uses a flexible hinge that lets you fold the screen all the way back, instantly switching from typing mode into touch mode. Then you have the detachable tablet. Unlike a hinge, this design separates entirely. The screen functions completely independently as a tablet for reading or drawing, and when you need a full setup, you just snap it back onto the keyboard base. As touchscreens grew more common and software adapted to support both finger and keyboard input, these hybrids just exploded in popularity. They are a massive game changer for people who split their time between note-taking, sketching, and traditional typing. The shapeshifter ensures one single device can cover all those use cases effortlessly, which saves you from having to buy, a dedicated tablet and a completely separate laptop. Finally, we reach Group 4, the heavyweight champions. Massive power. This is where raw performance and highly specialized features completely trump lightweight portability. Let's compare 2 absolute titans here. First, the gaming laptop.
Built around raw performance, this machine prioritizes a dedicated graphics card over battery life. Inside, you'll find powerful processors and discrete GPUs, often the exact same chips found in desktop towers, just scaled down to fit a portable frame. The trade-off? Size and weight. They need extra room for cooling fans and heat pipes to keep from overheating during long sessions. Plus, with bright, high refresh rate screens and backlit keyboards, the design is just as much about identity as it is function. On the flip side, we have the workstation laptop. Designed for professionals in video editing, engineering, or 3D design, these pack desktop-level components, certified GPUs, and extra memory. Both of these machines pack heavy, advanced cooling systems, but workstations are an investment in reliable, specialized software performance rather than just pushing gaming frame rates.
Now, if you work in a corporate office, your perfect match is likely the business laptop. This category focuses way less on flashy design and much more on rugged practicality. You're getting reinforced hinges, fingerprint readers, and spill-resistant keyboards, which is absolutely crucial for protecting against that inevitable Monday morning coffee spill. Many also include enterprise-level security tools for encrypting data and managing remote access. Companies issue these to large teams because they are built to survive years of daily office use, heavily prioritizing battery life and keyboard comfort over cutting-edge graphics. And for the extreme field workers, engineers, or military personnel, the rugged laptop, these things are literal tanks. They are built to survive conditions that would instantly destroy a normal machine. Guided by military and industrial standards, they feature sealed ports and shock-absorbing casings. They prioritize survival against extreme temperatures, drops, dust, and even water exposure over any kind of sleek aesthetic. When absolute reliability in the field matters more than anything else, this is the machine you want.
So, bringing this all together, our summary table really encapsulates what you gain and what you sacrifice in each category. Match with the budget laptops or Chromebooks, and you get highly affordable, simple machines, but you trade off top-tier specs and storage. Match with the commuters, like your ultrabooks and MacBooks, and you get an incredible balance of power and low weight, but it comes with a premium price tag. And if you go with the heavyweights, like gaming rigs or workstations, you get desktop-level performance, but you have to carry a heavier machine that generates a lot of heat.
Now that you understand the exact trade-offs, the only thing left to decide is which machine is going to power your next big project. Are you a pragmatist saving some cash, a commuter constantly on the go, a shapeshifter seeking total flexibility, or a heavyweight demanding ultimate power? Take a look at your daily habits and go find your perfect match. But, looking at all this leaves me with a fascinating question for the future. As cloud computing gets stronger and stronger and internet speeds continue to soar, will these heavyweight champions eventually be defeated by the humble, lightweight Chromebook? Where is the future of the laptop truly heading? Something to think about. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and happy computing!